In my kitchen, Lauries Creative Cooking, and what we're going to do tonight is some sirloin petite steaks, and what I am going to rub them in is some Montreal steak seasoning and some garlic, salt, and pepper. So those are right here. And then after they're done, I'm going to rub them in some thyme and rosemary. We're going to cut and boil some russet potatoes with whole cloves of garlic inside of that. And then we're going to top it with some asparagus. We're also going to use a balsamic glaze with our dish. I wanted to just go over the herb section of this. You can buy these in a package in your produce department. This is thyme, and then I have a rosemary. Or you can just get a pot like this. I picked this up at Trader Joe's. It's got the rosemary back here and thyme and some sage. So you've got some choices there. You can use dried. I don't know about dried on this kind of a dish, but I mean, you could try it. Right, so to get the thyme off, you hold the top of it and you pull backwards like this, and it seems to do the best. And you can get those little stems in there, but just kind of pull back. Of course, this one isn't going to work as well as I'd like it to. And then on the rosemary, same thing, grab up here and you can pull all that off like that, and then just, you don't know where it's going to get weak, so you just pull till you get to the weak part. And like that, okay? And then the next thing we're going to do, we're just going to take a knife and we're just going to cut them small. Okay, and then after I'm done cutting them small, we're going to set them aside, and then we're going to, I'll show you what we'll do with them later, okay? So we're just going to mix it together. And I use Montreal steak seasoning, and I get the granulated garlic. So you literally cover this, because, you know, a lot of it will come off on the barbecue grill anyway, right? So you cover it really good. If you're sensitive to spice, you might do a little less, but this is how I do it. And I actually will do this sometimes and put it in a Ziploc bag and leave it overnight, and it marries just a little bit. That's how I like it. And while we're at it, I've got my potatoes on over here, and I'm just diced them really small, and now I'm going to put my garlic cloves in there too and let them cook with that. They'll just mash up with the potatoes when we get to that point. My frozen asparagus in this basket, and it's got salt on it. I'm going to put it in my rice cooker that steams. There's water in the bottom, and you really just do that, and you hit steam wherever that is. Is that steam? There. And that'll start. Okay, now down here I've put all my potatoes, a teaspoon of pepper, 2 teaspoons of salt, a teaspoon of garlic, a cup to a cup and a half of sour cream, and there's a cube of butter at the bottom. I have some heavy whipping cream that I will add to it as we go.
Lori, how much is a cube of butter? Is that a half a cube? Is that half a stick?
A whole stick of butter.
Okay.
I'm going to pour a little heavy whipping cream in there to get it going, and then we'll start slow. Hold it. Party foul. You've got to get your machine on. Maybe you can pause that. There. And you'll just do that slow for a while until it gets a little mushy. I'll bring you back to that one. I use it separately, but all you're doing is just kind of a bite size or a couple bites in each one. And you're going to cook your steak however you want. I prefer it to be medium rare. This is a little more medium to me. Okay, so now we've got all of our meat in there, and the herbs that we cut up earlier, we're just going to sprinkle over the top. And this beautiful juice that was left, I let the steaks sit for 10 minutes on this plate before I cut into them. So that gets poured over there too. And then we're just going to toss this up. You know what? Just needs my hands, they're clean. And you're just going to get them coated nicely with those herbs and that juice back in it. Okay, and that's how that goes. Alright, and we'll be right back with the rest. Okay, now we're going to drizzle some melted butter over the asparagus. And earlier I had seasoned them a little bit with salt before I steamed them, but I'm going to put a little pepper on there. And probably just a pinch more salt. And then I always keep salt and pepper on my table so people can, you know, do some more if they want. And then you're just going to toss that around. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, and then the next we're going to plate them up on these plates. Now, I get my balsamic glaze at Trader Joe's, but you can get it at Fred Meyer's or wherever. You can also make this yourself, and I'll post a video of that soon on how to make your own balsamic glaze. You just drizzle it on your plate, and it tastes really good when you dip the potatoes in it and stuff. So, okay, now I'm going to dish up plate this up. I put a scoop of potato on the middle, right on top of that balsamic glaze. And you take your medallion steaks that you've sliced up and seasoned, and you put them on your plate. You know, put however much your appetite is on there, and then you just put a little asparagus on there. And I would say bon appetit on that bad belly.
Nice.
Okay, my cameraman's busy this time. However, my best man is here, so we're gonna just give this a taste test. He's going for the steak, I'm going for the potatoes. Get a lot of that sauce on there. Mmm, creamy, rich.
Yum.
That sweetness from the balsamic vinegar. Mmm, yummy. Mmm, I'm gonna dig into the steak. Yummy. Thanks for watching.